Most important lesson I've learned, mess with the chick that like you, not the one you like. The one you like, you're going to accept all kind of stuff out of it. And y'all know it's true. You're going to accept all kind of stuff, but you never accept off another chick. And it might be another chick right next door that like you and going to do everything and keep you right. But you rather mess with this pretty girl over here that's giving you all kind of problems, you dig? That's how the world goes. A lot of people have a tendency that right people they're supposed to treat right, that's loyal and dedicated, they overlook it and they treat the other people right. That mean them no good, no intentions. And that's life.
He's absolutely right. And I had stated that the other night whenever I went live, I was telling guys, you have to get used to being with the girl that likes you, and then you mold her into the woman that you want her to be. Some of you guys may have women that's a little chubby. If you're in the gym, then you got to get her in the gym. When it comes to women, they can easily change how they look with lipstick and makeup. You're mainly just concerned about the body. So when you get the woman that's already going in your favor, it's going to be a better relationship. But everyone wants to chase what they can't have because you're always anticipating that dopamine release whenever you get them. It's something biologically and psychologically that's happened that you have to get control over. You control your desires, you control your destiny, and you control the woman you're around.
I would not see Andrew again. I look like I'm going to see him again. Yeah, exactly.
Watch this, watch this.
Cool. He has a delusional mindset on women and he thinks he's a bit too nice. However, I feel like he did have a good conversation. He is a man that knows what he wants and he looks nice. Actually, no, I will. Do you know what? I will see him again.
You hear that? You hear how she says, I would not see him again because she thought he's an a-hole? Where women like that type of guy. It's just that you have to develop being that type of guy, and not all guys are going to be that type of guy. But when it comes to that type of guy, he's a blueprint to how you don't give your all to a woman and you make sure you stay focused on you. That's the only thing that Andrew is doing. He's making sure that when he's around women, he's making sure he's the most important one. And that's what you have to learn to do.
It's a bigger man than me in my house. And I said, you open your mouth again, we can take it outside. I let him know right then and there.
Your Honor, that's the truth. This dude is crazy. He threw a knife at me.
That's not crazy. That's defending my house. You wouldn't have.
I'm your nephew, man.
You're not nothing to me. You
no, I understand that now. I understand that now, Tony. I understand I'm not nothing to you now because you hurt my feelings.
You know
why? I don't hear no more of this. Hand me a piece of tissue, man. Did this damn young man move from the streets of Oakland to escape the gangs? Plead out to you for help? You let him move in there knowing what he done went through all his life. He running from the street gangs. How many young people run from the street gangs and try and escape? None. Most of them stay there.
He's absolutely right. That's just one of them clips that I wanted to play because sometimes when I watch this show, I just like watching Judge Mathis snap. Let's get to the next one.
Ever seen a rich nigga want to start the fight? A nigga doing well off don't start the fight.
Never.
He's having a good time. He's partying. They got bottles and shit. Right? The niggas start the fight is the niggas not doing as well. So when he not, it's only just three niggas. Here's the picture. You got rich niggas, you got tough niggas, and niggas that easily become collateral damage.
Ooh, he's absolutely right. The guy that picks the argument is the guy that's not doing well in his life and who's suffering inside. This is why when people take shots at you, I tell a lot of you guys, the fastest way to shut down criticism is to criticize yourself, because a lot of people are not doing okay in their life, and a lot of things they say towards you is just from them hurting inside. So understand, the person that caused the most beef and the most arguments is the one that's not doing good in life. And if you're that person that's always argumentative and always combative and debatable, you have to stop and look at yourself. Because when you get to a form of happiness, you have to learn to avoid those type of people. And if you don't learn how to avoid those type of people, then you're going to always find yourself in arguments where these type of people are taking your energy from you. When someone takes your energy from you, then they can shake you out of your spot. You have to realize the penitentiary is filled with a lot of guys trying to prove to people that they're alpha.
sense that women don't feel like they need men in the most physical sense. Perhaps
that's
like
right.
not.
Women don't feel like they need men in a physical sense because life is soft. But it's bullshit. And it's bullshit because you still need men by proxy, one. And two, the second life gets difficult, you very quickly learn how much you need men. But women will go, I'm independent, I don't need no man because I have an OnlyFans and men pay my OnlyFans, and if anyone comes up to me, I'll call a male police officer. I don't need men. Shut up, fucking idiot. Of course you do. Your whole life is based on fucking men. The road you're driving on was paved by a man. The house you're living in was built by a man. The car you're driving was designed by a man. Your whole life depends on men. And the second anything bad were to happen to you, the second you were physically threatened, or times were to get hard, or war were to start, or famine, or riots, the first thing you do is find a big strong man, shit yourself, and throw the feminism out the window. Feminism goes out the fucking window the second that the snow needs shoveling, or there's a fucking broken down car, or the tire needs changing. Then all that crap vanishes.
Andrew is absolutely right, and this is one of the reasons why we love this dude. Feminism and independent women, I don't need a man, only matters in debates. That's it. It only matters whenever you're debating, when you're sitting down talking, because women are just trying to convince you that they're tough. Feminism doesn't really work in real life. The only time that you see women being strong and bold is when they are at the gym working out with guys. But when it's time to go to war, the women are not going to be on the front line. When it's trying to change a tire, the women are not going to change the tires. They're not going to build things. They're not going to be out there paving the roads. They're going to be holding the flags. They're not going to do the tough stuff whenever it comes down to getting it done. They're going to rely on a man. But whenever they're not doing those things at the moment, then they can sit down and have a one-on-one conversation with you and try to convince you that they tough, convince you that they don't need a man. It's all talk until you actually have to do manly things. So the next time that you get in a debate with a feminist woman, just ask her, what is it manly that you're doing? Are you cutting your own grass? Are you fixing your own plumbing? Are you fixing your own house up? Or are you going down to the church and trying to grab cheap work? Feminism only works in debates, and it only works whenever they're debating weak men.
Is that you're glorified for it, and I am. Difference between me and you is that you're glorified for it, and I am burned at the stake for everything that I've been through.
Get him.
I'm seen as used goods. You're seen as a high value man.
It's interesting you make that observation, and you are correct. It's unfair, I guess. The world's not fair, but that's the difference between the masculine and the feminine. Men are respected for going through things and surviving, and women are the complete opposite. They're shamed for going through things and surviving. Women love scars on men for a reason. He's gone through something.
They're war wounds.
Yeah, they're war wounds. Men don't want a chick covered in scars. I'll say this right now. A woman, the more trauma she goes through, the more masculine she naturally becomes. And if you were to give me my ideal woman, I would not want her to have a hard life and a bunch of trauma. I like the idea of her having a soft feminine life and being a soft person, and I can take care of her and protect her. Whereas as a man, to be a good man, you need to have been through a bunch of trauma, because if you haven't been through trauma as a man, you're a weakling. You have to have been through a bunch of shit.
And he is absolutely right. You have to understand, this is why we tell you to get on your purpose, because you have to have life experiences. And I've said it a lot of times. Other men are going to hurt you way more than what a woman can hurt you in a relationship. Relationship hurt and out here in the streets hurts are two different type of hurts. A man has to get out here in real life and bump your head. You got to be able to run with the wolves. You got to be able to know what a sheep is. You got to be able to know what danger is. If you do not have any scars or war wounds in a relationship, you're going to be the weaker vessel. And a woman would not think that you can protect her. But when a woman's around a man who's been through a lot, that he's more strong-minded whenever it comes to life. If you take a lot of guys who's never been through anything, you've been cuffed up under your family, you've been really sheltered, and now you're 18 through 24 years old, you never been through anything, the women are going to look at you weak because you're going to always sit back and complain and cry. But when you went through a lot of scars, you really don't have time to cry, because all you know how to do is unlove to get over it. This is Anthony Spade. Hopefully you guys got the message in the video. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. Hasta la vista.